I apologize for the plane, or if you hear things outside, but this is the Turing Test. I think I remember hearing about it when it came out, like it was coming out, and then I never heard anything about it. I don't know what this is. Some type of... I think the Turing Test is the name of a real thing, isn't it? Alright, well, we're gonna start it. Apparently that didn't help. I like the noises. Can you... Yes. Hopefully... Alright, this is fine. Gameplay, sensitivity, invert camera. I don't know why that's a thing. I get it when, especially younger, when we played a lot of games, a lot of the camera was inverted, so you pull down to make the camera like kind of lean down, but you would look up, you know? Now it's not like that. I've played some old games, like the old Ratchet and Clank games, and they do that, and I'm like, oh god, please invert. Invert the invert to make it normal for me. Got all animals out and about. Actually, Celeste moved from her spot. Goliath is... She's not up there, you can't bother her. Nope, gonna go up there anyway. Just to watch Orion, who's getting lightly touched and loves it. Luz is on my lap. Jupiter's on the spare bed, because that's his spot. He just loves it up there for some reason. Ever since we've had it out. That bed is torn up. Fell on the side. It's got stuffing falling. I might have to throw it away. Especially if it has the fiberglass. We didn't even look.
Doesn't matter, I'm sleeping on fiberglass. Things show up.
That's true.
Morning, Eva. Your wake-up has been sanctioned by the ISA. We lost contact with the ground crew 450 hours ago. We have tried to establish further communications, but we are not getting any responses. We need you to investigate.
Okay, doesn't it make sense to do visual checks first?
We have already looked at the data. The ISA has made the executive decision that you report to the surface post-haste. You are our emergency response.
What exactly is the emergency?
The ground crew found an organism the ISA believed to be dangerous. We need to re-establish communication.
No, what? No, it's good. Just
Besides, you can't pick everything up.
that surface? That looks like a gas plant. Oh wait, there's one down there. There's a place right there. I was gonna say that's a gas. Is this my vitals? Should they not be beeping right now? Unless it's in my suit. It's really pretty. Mikhail Tokarov. Cryogenic Awakening, 24/43, December 24th. Christmas Eve? Hey, everybody's waking up for Christmas Eve. Oh, not this guy. Pod malfunction, user error. 2250, May 12th. Is that later? That is later. No, it's way early. That's 2443. 2250. Gotta find out what the year is.
How much would you go?
Love the running. Ava Turing, Cryogenic Awakening, 2250 May. Okay, so he was released very slightly before me. 2250 May 12th. Wait. Yeah, he was a day before me. Love that I can run. Oh, I wonder if I'm supposed to go here.
pick up your EMT. It's on the side. Okay. We are going to take a lander to Europa. Make your way to the docking station.
That is one of the moons of Jupiter, huh?
What, Europa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emergency manipulation.
That's why the lizard man was Europa.
Mhm. Can I not just, like, open these at all?
It looks like a school notebook you get on the first day.
Right? Like a planner?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Office. No power? Okay. Can I take that with? Seems important. I'll just go fuck myself. To Ava, the current ship status is as following. Recommended address the power fluctuations before cryostasis. P out, P peak, and P noise.
P out. Throw P in.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah. Hey, Dan, I'm about to initiate my cryostasis. Just let Tom know if you need me. Hopefully there will be no need to wake me up. Or wake me. I guess I'll hear from you as soon as I wake up. Which may be a long time for you guys. Best of luck down there. Ava, hopefully we don't need you, but we miss you in the land of the living. I'm sure Tom checks on you regularly. I know he does anyway, but I like to think that I'm helping. Good night, Dan. To Ava, Captain McLean has sent several mails insisting that check cryo chambers are functioning correctly. They are functioning as expected. Please don't feel any apprehension. Thank you, Tom. I'm not worried. I'm initiating my cryostasis for a short while. I imagine a lot will change while I'm asleep. If everything goes well, I should be woken up next in 10 years. So to all of you, I wish you good life. Yeah, cryostasis is a thing. If you don't have your loved ones with you, I imagine it's where we're supposed to go. So yeah, let's go. What a hatch. Usually you have to move down on that, so you don't have to move.
What's the ship's status?
I have performed the necessary checks. The Europa lander is ready to launch.
I think that's everything wound up, Tom.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm ready to go down for the long sleep then.
Good night, Ava. I will miss your assistance. The ship will be very quiet without you here.
Night. See you when I wake up, Tom.
Tom kind of already just reminds me of Hal. Space Odyssey.
Residuals before nulling, -02, -04, -01. X and Z null to 0. Looking good.
Okay, good. Horizon check right on time. How's things, Christopher?
Good. I am go for power descent.
I can confirm. You are go for power descent.
Roger that. I am running the PDI program. 80-degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Engine 1 ignition. Engine burn.
Suppressing 400 alarm.
Balance.
That was the other dude.
The landers are ready.
Good. Thanks, Tom. You okay now, Sarah?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Danielle. I've done this before.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's just another 10 years of my life.
Just another 10 years of my life. Yes, I understand all of this. I'm sure that since we don't have this, this absolutely means this means nothing. More space. Can I open the windows?
Bay 3.
Bay 3. Okay, what's in Bay 3? Storage unit side B. Alula. Alula. Come. Got a 1. Tongue touch. Why are you gonna lay on me like that all of a sudden? That's not how you were laying before. Don't put your butthole on me. Whole exposed butthole. Ah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Comfy? Look.
No.
There are way too many switches and buttons and stuff in here. Alula couch.
Why you running up a tree, Dad? I want a cat.
Retro,
Go.
Right?
Fido,
Go.
Guidance,
Go.
Control,
Go.
Telcom.
Go.
No.
Then we are go for launch initiating.
Separate.
Oh. Sound like it's
Engaging retrofire. I'm running the program 80-degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Trajectory looks good.
feel like you're flying.
502 alarm. It looks like we're coming in too fast.
We are slightly short of the landing site. We are going to have to burn late. Go.
Full retrograde. Open the door.
Welcome to Europa.
Oh, I'm in this station. Look at this. I don't like how it goes there. I'm going inside your robot. Oh, okay. Usually games and movies where you go inside alien planets, or I guess they're alien to us, but when you go inside planets or moons, something bad always happens. Case in point, they lost communications with this team and can't find him. Other case in point, what was it? There was a movie, I think, about it. I think there's actually a theory on it about how the Nazis were on the moon.
Mhm.
I think that was an actual movie.
I don't know.
What was another one? Apollo 13, I think, was a movie based on something, but it ended up being one of those found footage horror movie things. They went into the moon, there was aliens in them or something. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
The base has changed.
What do you mean?
The base was originally constructed as modules to withstand the seismic activity in and around Thera Macula. It appears the ground team have manipulated these modules. The base was built initially by machines. I served as the mind of these operations. I arrived first on Europa in 2240. It costs a lot to send humans into space with the necessary life support, especially such a vast distance from Earth. So, robotics built this place.
I wonder why the ground team has changed these rooms.
I have a hypothesis.
You gotta put it through.
These rooms are Turing tests.
Turing tests?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart.
One.
Typically, problems only solvable by a human.
Couch!
A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together.
Interesting.
They really have completely repurposed these
Oh, look.
rooms.
They tell you your room
I am
numbers,
quite
too.
impressed.
So, what were they used for before?
Most of them were used for storage. But they have converted them beyond recognition. Perhaps they ran out of things to do out here. The devil makes work for idle hands.
Can you lay down? Yes, I'm talking. Yeah, and I think every time I go through those, it like resets me. Oh, I see. So it's a puzzle game. I like this.
Do you know the ground team's location?
The crew are deeper inside the base, it seems.
They must be trying to survive. Can you find their precise location?
I'm afraid not. I am working to regain control. Though I once had complete control of this base, a lot has changed in the past 500 hours.
You can only do it from so far away. Oh, I can't do it from there. Okay, so what if I do this? Okay, so I can only do it from things that are covered. So that okay, cool. Got it.
So, if this base is managed by you, why can't you find the crew?
The base's communication array is malfunctioning.
Oh, I can't move it.
Page.
Oh, I see. Malfunction. There we go. So there's a second. Guessing. Yep, there it is. Oh, it's green. Oh, it turns on. Okay, so green is on.
This doesn't add up.
What does not add up?
If there was an accident, surely they'd come to find me,
Oh, I
not
see, Tom.
try to lock me out.
My instance is still resolving conflicts. I expect they have their reasons.
I figured that there's not enough space. It's telling me there's not enough space. Oh no, I know. Take this out. Give me that. This here. Give me this. Put that in there. Then go over here. damn genius.
My instance has just been updated.
Sorry?
I have two instances of my mind, two separate versions. A slave mind running on the satellite, and a master running here on the surface. When the communication was cut between the surface base and the satellite, the two instances of my mind were separated. So, during all this time, all of my knowledge divided into two separate branches. I continue to learn on the satellite, and I continue to learn on the surface. I am trying to merge the knowledge to create a timeline of what's happened here. But there are incongruities between these memories, conflicts.
Look at that. The genius at work. I think if you go through those while you have an energy thing, let me test it actually. Oh, I guess I would just have to beat the next area. Right. Okay, so this powers up. Then
This is the command center. You can check on the crew status from here.
so their station is orbiting. Touch you. Got it. Alright. Touch it. You see my square button? You press and hold it. So I just touch it once. Oh, here we go. Jupiter. Heliocentric orbit, distance to the sun. Jupiter is the second largest physical body in our solar system. It has a large gravitational impact which stretches and squashes Europa. This creates geothermal energy inside Europa, a source of great heat. This has caused a subsurface ocean. Oh, wow. Europa's surface is constantly facing Jupiter as it rotates, because it is tidally locked to it. Though it has now been discovered the rocky interior rotates separately underneath the ice and water layers. I'm sorry. Fortuna. The Fortuna is a low orbit around Europa that can house a crew of 12. It serves as a communication transport link between Earth and Europa's surface base. Other data, and then triplet. His father is an electrician, his mother a mechanical engineer. Following his mother's footsteps, Chris trained as an engineer. The McLean triplets became famous as Chris and Dan took to space, leaving their brother Peter behind. Although an accomplished engineer, his Renaissance mission was also important to the ISA, being interested in long-term effects of space travel. Test results are being compared to those of Peter and McLean. The captain can't read any of his stuff, I guess. Dr. Sarah Brooks. I really can't jump at all. Sarah Brooks' parents are both scientists. In her teenage years, she was sent to an English public boarding school. Brooke was one of the most eminent exobiologists of the 23rd century for her formative work on the Mars Discovery Project, and was specially requested to be part of the Europa ground team. Though only 28 years old, Sarah has touched the surface of 2 planetoids and spent more time on alien soil than any other member of mankind except the Mars team. Michael Torov. Mikhail Tokarev's father died of cancer at a young age. This motivated him to become a doctor in hopes of helping others. Tokarov worked as a medical doctor in Russia for 3 years before working for the UN as a doctor in crisis. His role in Europa mission was chief medical officer. Then we have a doctor right here. Dr. Sochiyu. Sochiyu has had no childhood interest in space travel. Instead, he spent his youth studying the life in Lake Biwa in his hometown. Yu went on to study marine biology and chemistry at Kyoto University. After the tragic death of his wife, he disappeared into his work and reemerged 11 years later as a brilliant exobiologist. And me, Eva Turing. I'm German. Losing her parents at a young age, Eva Turing was sent to military engineering school shortly after graduation as the U.S. Navy and trained as a pilot. Due to her exemplary service record and willingness to leave Earth for extended periods of time, Turing was recruited to the ISA on the exploratory mission to Jupiter's Europa. Turing's role aboard the Fortuna is engineer and vehicle officer. Signal last known location control room, which is where I am right now. Respiratory rate 15 breaths per minute, the heart rate, the body temperature, suit pressure unknown. No, right there. Regensburg, Germany. Nationality American. So born in Germany. Oh, okay. So what about you? Location unknown, last known location, crew quarters, body temperature unknown. Everything's unknown. Last known location, crew quarters. Was everybody in the crew? Oh, last location. Oh, he's at exterior. He has a location. He's outside? That doesn't seem good. His body temperature is negative 160 degrees Celsius. He might be dead. What about you? Last known location, crew quarters. And I can't get any captain. Any permanent captain. That's all lost. Okay. What's this? Sticky notes? I can just pick up sticky notes. Whatever. Sure. Put the light on board. I feel like no work has been done here today. Actually, no. Okay. Crew quarters, huh? And exterior. Oh. So they're getting a lot of the expositional stuff out, I guess.
Is it a horror game?
I think it's just puzzle. It might be not horrifying, but more tense, I would say.
A thriller.
Yeah. I was wondering where Celeste is, and she's not on my jacket. There's a different jacket.
What condition should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
That's why his body temperature is like negative something. Oh, okay. This is easy. Oh, it's loading still. That one did not like
Could
it.
we take a more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
It moves so fast. Wow. How am I supposed to get to the Yes, I can. It's over there. Damn my lack of jumping ability. Oh, there was a ramp here. I'll just make it more difficult. You know, surprisingly enough, this doesn't mess with my suit that much, except for making my screen come this color. Just doing it too fast. They're
Okay, what are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
question is how I get it. Stop. Stop. Oh wait, there's a control panel here. Right? It moves so fucking fast. That one wasn't connected to anything. Oh, there's a magnet. Doesn't know how it moves, so that's what that's for first. So where does it go to that? course. I forgot. I moved the bridge. Graphical powers of the PS4, everybody. Don't let me work my ass anymore right now.
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
That at all. Why is this a thing that I can look at? Okay, so
How does the ISA know you're going to make the right decisions here when they can't communicate with us?
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael. The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
Kicked into the other side of the other one. That's a circle. Oh, okay.
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
Conversation. Shall we have a polite conversation? Goodbye, robot.
You're a robot?
No, I said that. Weird. I assume we did. There we go. Okay. So I don't want power ups. So it comes from now I want. And now I don't. This is interesting. I like it.
Have you heard of the Turing Test, Ava? It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing Test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation. Wouldn't you say?
Don't like the way you said that. Wouldn't you say? Although he has a nice voice, though. Not gonna lie. Wait a second. Okay, what does that do for me? That's why. Just didn't say you know what. Wait, what? Why did I need to do that? There's stairs right there. Oh, it's a lever. Yeah, bro. Or, sides on.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese.
What the hell?
Found your daughter. She wrapped herself in the electric blanket
Imagine you're on one side of the wall and you're passed instructions in Chinese to write back something in Chinese. You have an English people, therefore you have a conversation in Chinese.
In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
What is that? Circle? Stick? That button? What is that?
What button?
At the bottom of my screen. So I assume I'm supposed to get to this door. Ah. Yes, I'm starting to have time stuff.
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
Oh my god. He said, I do not believe it. The Chinese room. And she's like, well, don't say that because my tongue is going, stop your operation. I assume we're not supposed to pass the laser. I can't take it from circles. What the circles? Some of the biscuits. Over here. I can't grab that one? Oh, it's BS. Yeah, it's because it's covered. Okay. Try that again.
This is the crew's quarters.
It didn't load my level.
It looks abandoned.
This is where everybody was, right? Captain and WC. Let's go to Captain. There's something going on with the fucking Captain. What does this say?
Don't touch.
This is the 5th time. WC. I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly impressive. I understand the need for transparency. Why is he in toilets? Looks like there's a piece missing in the middle,
It's
actually.
the third twin.
Oh, the one that didn't want to go with them. Look at this geode, though.
Definitely died.
International Space Agency Engineers Service. First aid, flashlight. You have prescription meds. Roosevelt capsules, 50 milligrams. I don't know what Roosevelt does.
For the grinder?
I think so.
It's Canada, so.
Yeah. Christopher McLean. I think he grows his own crops. Somewhere. Gotta produce oxygen, guys. That's broken. Cool, good to know. Yeah, Canada. Ours is folded up nicely, of course. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter as you no longer reside in my mind. I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. He resided in your mind? I'm sorry, what? I want to do so in the form of a history lesson, a lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but is likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser known part of his life was his contribution to the field of biology. Why do you suppose his interest lay in these two disparate fields? I assume it was because he believed the world to be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the universe could be explained with simple rules. 2 years before his suicide in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffusion systems. Inside the academic world, this work is cited more than his work on computers. It could be generally formalized as a one-line equation. I can't read that. I am no mathematician. However, in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse, however, also react with each other during this process. I am sure this sounds strange to you, or at least very tangential to our lives here in Europa. What relevance does it have to anything here? Reaction diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how the leopard got its spots, and how the zebra got its stripes. But my real interest here is Turing's interest, that nature can be formalized, that we can understand the natural world in mathematical terms. Your worst nightmare. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue that being, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Why ask that question? To prove that the human mind is a machine? I am not sure that is Turing's opinion, however. Concerning consciousness, he states this. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one can be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One could then describe the feelings toward the world, but of course none would be justified in taking no notice. Likewise, according to his view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. If the human mind exists within the physical world, it obeys the same rules of physics. Chemistry is every other thing we learn. Therefore, like all of nature, it is merely reactive. It is curious that nature will create, through the mechanisms of determinism, creatures that believe they have free will. Conversely, I suppose, if we conclude that we are all machines, we only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discovery, as it is just a product of nature's genius, not our own. A humbling idea, I think. Behaviorism. Maybe we are more similar than we think. Sarah. First. A golden retriever. Of course.
The only kind of dog.
Strange thermals on the west side of the crater. Oh, we got a religious person here. I didn't see any in, whatchamacallit, the other guys' rooms, so. So to you. Matthew, you've been studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image which appears to show fungus formation. We hypothesize that this strange response due to high levels of radiation. Plan to infect a human cell with organism 119 before radiation experiments with cytometry. Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get the department to look at the SCM image attachment. Hey Sochi, it was great to see the image. Wow, you have more complex life on Europa. Deconis radio rod might be worth looking as it survives very high levels of radiation or similar. You should consider looking at those ones because they produces pill in response to radiation and uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps pilly? I don't know. Perhaps your organism uses a similar mechanism. Have you considered that organism 119 is transferring or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives a lot of it per day, over 300,000 times the level here on Earth. The organism must have evolved at such a high resistance to radiation as necessity of survival. That said, the radiation beneath macular is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments with flow cytometry sound like an appropriate course of action. We've attached an image that confirming organism 119 attaches to human cells. We'll proceed with our radiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose naming organism 119 Europa radiophilus. What do you think? We have now run the irradiation experiments and we can confirm that it does seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached. We assume survival is due to DNA damage repair. We've tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GFP and force. Are found that DNA double-strand break repair is occurring. Holy crap. So this plant can attach its DNA to human sequences, DNA, and can pass on its radiation resistance, it seems like. This guy. Maybe not technically one of them. Oh. This is the guy that lost his wife. Everybody's got their own little thing. His face looks photoshopped, but she didn't. Can I solve this? Oh my god. So what have you found then, Sochi? We found extremophilia, an organism that can live in extreme conditions that survive massive dose of radiation. Okay, so it's just when they discovered it. That was my bad, I didn't read it yet. Oh, he plays the violin. Can I play it? No, apparently not. Motion sickness relief. Poor guy. And then he also has Riluzole. The first guy I looked at, Chris, didn't have any notepads like that. I gave information. No, it's not. I guess not. Kyle. Just got his first aid box open. And a syringe. What was in it? The whole team experienced nausea during the large electrical surgery room's atmosphere. Concern this was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected and caused a uniform surge. Heart rate that was detected almost according to ISA. A reported nausea incident to ISA. They offer an explanation of electrical disturbances in our central nervous system. That is ludicrous. Electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous system that would really make the team feel ill when experiments with shock therapy. Oh, yeah, that's always great, right? I discovered that electronic field disturbs our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I've contacted ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. Oh. Oh, so they all have implants. And the reason he can't find him is because that electronical surge or whatever probably short-circuited him and took him out. Or he took them out. The ISA has reported back and forth me that I am not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. Some in Russian. I am continuing to investigate. I've been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. That's not good. That is not good at all. I've established a definite correlation against my knowledge. I've been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I use my opportunities with regular health checkups to investigate all of them. Every single one of us is entitled to some kind of interruption. Tom has been encouraging the team to promote mental health. He requested that I retire away from misinformation. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I'm sure everything he does affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe he's trying to subdue me. The excision. I am typing with my left hand. The excision went wrong. I'm successfully with the other. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the collision. Tom is very angry and refuses to talk to me. Apparently, it's terrible, actually. That's why he had to surrender to the medical thing, I'm guessing. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would make for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. Oh, organism 115. Or 119. Dan informed me ISA has called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I'm a danger to the mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me in the brig. I'm going to continue investigating this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. So, Tom is implanted in everybody, I guess. I've discovered the nature of the implant is the complex computer. It interfaces with the human mind directly. Turing Test be damned. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning, elicit feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient, and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to limit free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuron cells called cerebellum. So my hypothesis the crew is controlled by this implant. That is their strong aversion to helping me. I need a method of suppressing its impact. Perhaps a drug. Result. Maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effects. Combined with a strong electromagnetic field, I can use one of those industrial electromagnets for construction runs. I've managed to get Chris on my side. He's agreed to contest some medical procedures with me in private. It'll be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. And just keep out of the eyes of Tom, but I'm feeling still listening. We got somebody on board at least. Lots of morphing and oh, he was an artist, I guess. So he might not be able to paint with just his left hand. There's the Rillozel. So he gave it to everybody and these things, I'm guessing. So they're not in the crew quarters, even though that was their last. So the reason their last known location, complete chapter 2, was in the crew quarters because they got their implants disturbed there, or destroyed, or taken out, or something. The way he like has his head up, he's smiling though. It's intriguing. I didn't know how the storyline of this would be. good stopping point. Restart area, chapter settings, quick. So, I'm assuming since I wasn't on the ground, I have to talk with it. Would that make me a machine? If there's...
I think you agree. Because you said you can shut you off.
It's true. Got some interesting concepts. I'm gonna continue this. This is nice.